Hi, welcome to another episode of Life is a Treasure podcast. I'm your hostess, Michelle Durant, and this is episode number 99. This is going to be the continuation of Personal Bill of Rights, part 3. There were 25 statements for the Personal Bill of Rights, and that started in episode 97. And then part 2 is episode 98. And then today is going to be part 3, and it's going to be number 18 through 25, and I want to focus on dignity and respect. So last episode, I focused on silently suffering. This episode, I want to focus on the dignity and the respect part. So let's go over 18 through 25. I have the right to be playful and frivolous. 19, I have the right to be healthier than those around me. 20, I have the right to be in a non-abusive environment. Number 21, I have the right to make friends and be comfortable around people. 22, I have the right to change and grow. 23, I have the right to have my needs and wants respected by others. 24, I have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. 25, I have the right to be happy. Again, author unknown. I wish I knew. I don't. If anyone does know, let me know. I will. Okay, y'all. This is not going to be edited out. I'm just going to leave that in there. So, okay. I have the right to be playful and frivolous. I think at times in life, especially as we get older, I'm in my 50s, and I am a very hyper playful person, but I get looks like, you're acting like a kid. Okay, mom. And it's like, it's just my personality. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay to be playful. Of course you have to be, social acceptable and all that. But okay, 19, I have the right to be healthier than those around me. If you've ever trying to get on your, you're going to do something for yourself, you're going to get healthier, but others around you are like, oh, really, shoot, I don't want her to do that because I don't want to do that. And it makes me feel uncomfortable that I'm not doing that because she's doing that. You get it. Okay. Let's go with 20. I have the right to be in a non-abusive environment. I'm going to say no one should ever have to be in an abusive environment, whether that's physical, emotional, spiritual, any kind of abuse. I feel that everyone has a right to be in a non-abusive environment. And I've been in nonprofits my entire adult life. I know I've had a nonprofit, and I networked, and all over the world, there are hotlines, 1-800 text, so many things now I'm so grateful for, but to help women, men, children get out of abusive environments. So, I'm not going to say just there's help out there. So I like to do my part, bring self-awareness of, what are those numbers in those in those hotlines, put that out there for my people, like the people that I help. I want to make sure they always have the numbers that they might, need handy in their cell phones. 21, I have the right to make friends and be comfortable around people. Maybe you have been around people who make you feel uncomfortable if you're friendly, or you may have been in a relationship where you weren't allowed to have friends because of that controlling person that was very insecure in themselves and then put that onto you. But you have a right to make friends and to be comfortable around other people. 22, I have the right to change and to grow. I love that one because Life is a Treasure podcast is all about that. It's about change and grow. And I always talk about the analogy of the cocoon and the butterfly, the chrysalis keeping that caterpillar safe until it became a gentle, soft winged, beautiful butterfly. And that's how I look at our hearts. I have number 23, I have the right to have my needs and my wants respected by others. You have the right to have your needs and your wants respected by others, not expected, they don't have to do what you want. They don't have to do what I want or need them to do, but they do need to respect my wants and my needs. And that's very important. You have a right to have your feelings and your wants and your needs, and they should be respected by other people. 24, I have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. Those two words, they just speak to my heart. Because of the work I do, yes, I believe every unborn child should be remembered in dignity and respect. And, their loss and the suffering that the mother and father have gone through and everyone else, it's painful. And a lot of times people think we don't want to ever think about that again. It's not true. I want to remember my baby, and I have a tattoo on my arm, and it's a little footprint. People say, oh, is that your real baby's footprint? I said, no, I had an abortion, and that's just a reminder that my baby is in heaven. So, I want to show dignity and respect that his little soul is in heaven. And, if you lost a child, I'm very sorry for your loss. And I just hope that you realize you do have, you're a right to have your needs and your wants respected. You have the right to be treated with dignity and respect as you grieve, as you go through your healing process. So treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. I have the right to be happy. And, for me, I've learned that happy is dependent upon what is happening around me. And I can be happy in one moment and very, very sad in the next. So it's like true, happiness happens. All those words just kind of feel more like they're happening out of my control. Whereas joy is an inner treasure that we all can tap into. We have a wealth of joy, peace. That's why I end all of my podcasts sending you peace, love, and joy. Not ending yet. You thought I was done. Okay. But you have a right to be happy. You have a right to feel joy in your life. So if you've been grieving for a long time and you feel stuck and you are silently suffering, I want you to know that you are not alone. You have a right to heal. You have a right to grieve. You have a right to feel, and you have a right to express your feelings. You have a right to acknowledge a baby, even though it never existed in this world. You have a right to name that baby. You have a right to grieve any loss. You have a right to feel whatever you're going through. But you also have a right and a responsibility to heal yourself. And, I can help you with that. Again, reach out to me if you want a one-on-one consultation. One-on-one is private. So private is where someone who's silently suffering is more likely to share. I want to end this with one story, and then it kind of will show you like how I named the 501c3 that I started, Tears to Treasures, back in 2000. And it's because of these sweet, beautiful, elderly women that I was to like over and over and over again. I was in the privilege and blessing of sitting in front of them, one-on-one alone. And more than once, a very elderly woman in her 70s, 80s, 90s, okay, with tears rolling down her eyes, said, "What after I share with her what I do, what God's called me to do, and how I was helping her daughter." In this one example, she and her daughter had not had an abortion. I'm sorry, I was just like there, and her daughter was helping me actually with a retreat for the women who had been in my abortion group. So, I have her attention, and she looks at me, and it's just there's that pain and that sorrow and that suffering of secrets she's had for many years, holding on to my hand so tight. And there's so many women like her who, tears rolling down their cheeks, say, I had an abortion when I was in my 20s. I never told anyone. Y'all, that's why I do what I do. And so I don't want any woman who's 20 years old or had an abortion in her 20s, who's now 90 something years old, or even 50. My goodness, I still feel like I have a lot of life left in me. So let's go ahead and just wrap it up with the fact that everyone has a right to heal. No one should have to suffer silently. And you can always turn those tears to treasures and find that joy and that forgiveness and be happy again. So I will see you in here. I will talk to you in the next episode, number 100. So sending you all peace, love, and joy. It's inside of you.